What's up, everybody? I'm a little under the weather here, so please excuse the non-formal attire and the non-uniform hair here. Sucks because tomorrow's going to be my birthday. Tomorrow's also going to be Objectify a Man Day, a holiday that is devoted to trying to get men into realizing, through being objectified by women, random women, with the hashtag objectify, so they can realize that men subconsciously are sexually oppressing and objectifying women, and that when we compliment them on their appearance, even if we maybe compliment them on their abilities or anything else, there, we're degrading these women and downgrading them on a subconscious level, remember, to that particular object. Oh, you know, in other words, if you're a man, you can't win. Never mind the women who might do it as well, if we are even going to buy into this theory here. See, the theorem being that we've been conditioned, and it doesn't matter if you're an artist, you're still conditioned, to be objectifying. You're conditioned to being sexist. Therefore, even when you don't mean to be, you're sexist. Even when you don't mean to be, you're subconsciously objectifying and therefore sexually oppressing women. So what you're saying is that basically if if Jane from down the lane comes by and she happens to have a new haircut, if I don't say anything, I'm ineffectual, or how do we put it? I'm an inattentive. Dang it! What's the other word I'm looking for here? I'm you know basically, if I don't notice it, I'm a jerk. I don't pay attention to the people who matter to me, the women in my life who don't matter to me. But if I happen to notice it and make a comment about it, I'm being subconsciously sexist, subconsciously sexually oppressive and objectifying of that woman in my life or in my circles, because that's how that works. Like when I happen to draw a picture of a woman, especially in a comic book sense of drawing a picture of a woman, if I make her a certain way, it's not that it's an expression of my sexuality, my artistic vision, my passions, or an expression of my talent. Oh, no, no. It's me being subconsciously sexist and trying to force women into an objectified, unrealistic standard of beauty, right? And then when I take that picture that I've drawn and I upload it onto the internet, then it's out in the open. And then that picture is out there objectifying women for me on the subconscious sexist objectification level there. Oh, won't somebody please think of the women? Oh, but no, this particular holiday does not address it. If this theory was even partially correct, it's okay if the women do it, but if the guy does it, it's wrong. It's sexist. It's objectifying these women on a subconscious level, remember, and therefore we don't realize we're doing it. But that's why this holiday is around, right? To teach all of us men that we're all subconsciously sexist pigs, and that's not okay. Never mind that if random women are just going to start objectifying men, that maybe the guys will be like, hey, maybe I am hot crap after all. These women are all over me. And even if they should happen to go to then if they go to the hashtag, like they're likely to, it's going to make them feel stupid, and not in a good way, like, oh, I've been sexist all this time, maybe I should change my ways kind of thing. This is stupid from the first paragraph of what this is supposed to be about. And it does nothing to address when women do it, but oh no, this is about equality, not exceptionalism, right? Right? How is this any different than, ugh, men bad, women good kind of bullcrap? But I digress. This wasn't meant to necessarily be about this stupid holiday going on during my birthday. This has more to do with, did any of you guys see this week's Jimquisition? Well, if not, link is down in the underbar because I actually want it to do more talking than myself on this. Because now it's not just me talking about the problems of the gaming industry and how we have to stop. We have to sit down. We have to stop trying to justify that, well, yeah, we're getting screwed over as consumers. But you know what? The gaming industry is a money-making business. I've already talked about, as well as Jim himself, because I thought he says it way better than I do, how that is a non-answer to this argument. That is excusing this for the sake of, oh, I want more Call of Duties, I want more Halos, more Gears of War, I want more racing games, I want more this, I want more that, rather than I want better, rather than I want an industry that actually cares that I am there, that they're not going to cater to my every whim, but that they're going to be ethical, that Jim himself, like me, although I got sick a lot sooner, is tired of loving the game but hating the product. And that's basically a lot of what this has become. Again, Jim says all this stuff that I've had bottled up, that I've constantly been trying to talk to you guys about, and is the reason why I wanted to do my indictment of the gaming industry series, because as an art form, I will defend games to a hilt, but as a business, you better believe I'm going to call them out on their bullcrap, because I love this industry. You think that I woke up one day and was just like, oh man, I'm going to start hating the, get my little hipster glasses on and be like, I'm going to start hating the gaming industry before it was cool. No. I woke up and said, where's my money going? I looked at my finances and I looked at everything that was going on around me, and I'm going, I'm paying for this, and I'm paying this much to get this much in return. Call me old man Octavius. I don't care. I'm getting older tomorrow anyways. But I'm sorry. I'm not okay with the industry as it's operating and as it's further operating. I'm just amazed that in Jim's case, it took him so long to get to this point to where this is the last straw. And he himself has also invoked talks about 1983, and gee, where have we heard somebody talking about the great console market crash of 1983? Well, it's actually almost a industry-wide crash, but I digress. Could it be from me? I saw this stuff coming a mile away, and while I reserve the right to be wrong, and I would hope that to some degree that I am wrong, I'm chanting about this because it matters. Because we're going to be flooded with consoles from other makers that aren't just the big three. And in some cases, like OU, that's kind of good. But in other cases, it's kind of bad. And then when you've got Steambox and Gabe saying, like, I'm not afraid of the big three, it shouldn't take some sort of business, a business degree person, sorry, to figure out that something's wrong here. When Nintendo's posting losses, when actually, I think even the bigger indicator here is with Nintendo saying that they're going to try to get more Japanese-made games into the Western markets. I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing. I'm saying too little too late, though. This is almost like a last-ditch effort of saying, oh, okay, oh, don't go now, don't go now. We've got all these great games in Japan that we wouldn't normally waste our time with pushing onto the Western markets. But here, take some. Just don't go. Please don't go. As well as the fact that Nintendo, the way that they're talking about their product and how they've misunderstood or they haven't been commercializing enough for people to understand the value of their product in the case of the Wii U shows just how absolutely out of touch with consumers they are. You want to wow me, Nintendo? Then annex the basic model. Beef up the deluxe model. Oh, but no, you can't do that because you're crying. After all this talk, this big talk about, well, one game sale will make up the cost, the production cost loss in creating our Wii U's. With all that big talk, you're constantly being like, now you're being like, well, we're not going to drop the price because we're already selling our systems at a loss and it would be unreasonable for us to roll back the price now. As if they have a choice. If you're going to continue to act like everything's wrong, but yet nothing's wrong, as far as how your double speak's going there, Nintendo, then what are we doing here? You're simultaneously acting as if the sky is falling and yet it's not. And I just honestly, if this is how Nintendo's going to continue to run its company, I seriously do not see any more consoles coming out of Nintendo, and I see very few that would probably likely be coming out of Sony and Microsoft. Sure, there'll probably be fanboys waiting for PS5 and Xbox whatever 60 is, whatever the hell the newest one's going to be after Durango. But me, I'm done, and I'm not the only one who's saying these things anymore. When it's game journalists who've been in this industry for so long or have been reporting on this industry for so long starting to say a lot of the same things that I am. Am I really just crazy old man Octavius anymore? Or is it that I love this industry? I don't want it to die, but it might need to die in order to actually improve, in order to fix everything that's going wrong with this industry as it is. You shouldn't be paying for this level of service. If this was any other industry giving us the same kind of service for the kind of money that we were paying, these people would be in jail or out of business. But no, because it's video games, somehow they survive. I think, though, they're running out of lifelines. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm also hoping that if I'm wrong, they also improve their business practices. Otherwise, you only have yourselves to blame for keeping this industry afloat that might actually need to crash. Just saying. Anyways, links to Jim's way better video down in the underbar.